Just need one more Gryffindor student to finish this event, which I by all means tried to finish yesterday, but I just could not get enough Gryffindor students. But let's finish it up today. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter, Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
So as you can see here, I've definitely finished everything else student-wise, and Wizarding Challenge Highest Chamber just went to a Dark 5, of course. It took me a little while actually to get a group. It wasn't that busy. I was doing it during yesterday morning. Mornings tend to not be a busy time for that, but I eventually did get a group of 5. No problem with it. Everybody did their job great. But anyway, Gryffindor students are usually the rarest, and honestly, I finished the Hufflepuff first, and then literally I finished the Hufflepuff, hadn't finished anything else in the set of tasks, and the next 4 Hogwarts foundables that I clicked on were Hufflepuff students. Like it was just rubbing it in that I already had it. That tends to be the most common one all the time though, so not really complaining, pretty much status quo. But I do need one more Gryffindor student, and it's 11:30, so I have about 2.5 hours before the next event starts, the Iron Belly. But I should have enough time to just get this one Gryffindor student, although I am going out of town in about an hour. So really, I don't have 2.5 hours. I have about an hour to find it. I'm actually up here in the middle of Cary, at the Cary Town Hall, which has the police station attached. If you've watched my videos, I've been here before. You saw some of the images of me just walking around a second ago, the horse over there and the fountain next to me here. But anyway, I am going to walk around for a sec. I do want to get this last Gryffindor student. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. And then I want to actually talk about the new task that's appearing on our daily tasks. Not a ton of information, but try to give you a little bit of information about the new watch a video, get a reward, and kind of what you can get out of it. But first, we need to go find a Gryffindor student. Although that was only a second for you, it definitely took a bit longer than I thought to even see my first Hogwarts foundable. Like I was just seeing none, no 9 3/4. And then the first 3 I saw, just like I predicted in my previous comments, 3 Hufflepuffs, then a Ravenclaw, but then the 5th one that I clicked on that I finally found was Gryffindor. It actually took me 2 laps around this kind of city block. It's not a big block or anything like that, but around Town Hall and around the police department. It took me 2 laps to get it. But anyway, here we are, so let's go ahead and collect all of our stuff. A lot of red books here. I actually, for a second there, I was thinking I might not even get the Gryffindor student at all, and I was like, I'll just collect and I'm gonna miss the final rewards, which would have been a bummer, but I mean, obviously it's not the end of the world or anything like that. Boom, so we are done with that event. So, thoughts on the event itself. As for experience gain, as for experience gain, I actually did do this right here, or this right here. It's on one side or the other. I leveled up. I did end up leveling up. This was a great event for gaining experience. If you go out and do a grind session on my tonic, because my tonic wasn't producing 9 3/4, it was producing Fred and George. Not many Dementor foundables, didn't see a lot of those. And I did run into the problems that I said we would run into, which is I ran into the problem of needing certain things and I just couldn't find them. In fact, on the step where you needed Fred and George for the chocolate frogs, and then you also needed Dementor foundables to the Hogwarts engine fragments. I actually finished every Fred and George, every single one of them, finished that whole task before I saw one Dementor foundable. And then it was like a slow grind. I finally saw enough. Hardly any of them came off my tonic for trace detection. It was all wild spawns, and I was on a tonic. The tonic was just producing everything else, especially, again, tons of Fred and George. I think I've placed their images like 3-4 times each during this event. Anyway, it did get me a ton of experience. I'm already like 170 something into the next level, 170,000 into the next level. So great for experience, but if you didn't play a lot, I bet you had trouble. I bet a lot of people had trouble trying to get enough foundables to finish all these tasks. Because I even played a decent amount, and here I am in the final hour here, getting my last Gryffindor student, especially this last step, because there's so many different things you need to get. Now, the quill in the book, generally every Wonders of the Wizarding World I saw was one of those. There were a couple that weren't, but in general it was. So that one was pretty quick. you needed more of them anyway. But the students, because you need all 4 of them, I kept just getting repeats, and especially as you completed more tasks, when I got only the Gryffindor left, I needed specifically that, so it became really difficult. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the thing. I think if they're going to do this, your tonic for trace detection essentially needs to only produce event foundables if they're going to have this many boosted event foundables. I need nothing else coming out of it to be able to finish, and I think that's a fair thing for us to ask during an event like this, or just don't put so many. In an ideal world, it would actually, when you put your tonic on, it would actually look at what set of tasks you're on, and it would actually produce that for you, but I think that's probably asking too much. So I will take just all event foundables. And we fast forwarded about 5 days ahead. So the part you just saw was a Friday of last week, and I was going out of town, but I was filming that episode, and I really did want to talk about the new bonus assignment, bonus task that you could do every day. And after initially filming that first part of the video, when I did film that part, my screen record didn't happen, so I kind of went through all that stuff. Went through a whole talking and the screen record and everything, but the screen record never happened, so it's kind of hard to follow what I was talking about without that screen record actually there. So we have fast forwarded. I was out of town for the weekend. I was in Cleveland, Ohio, and the hotel I was staying at, the Wi-Fi was terrible, so I knew I couldn't upload. So I thought about filming, and then I ended up not, because I just knew I couldn't upload. I figured I'd just wait till I got back. So before we can talk about this new bonus task, I do want to get through all my daily tasks, because there's a couple different things about this bonus task and what you have to do, and maybe why or why you're seeing it. But I do want to hit my daily tasks first. I'm actually up here at Bass Lake. It's a lake I've been to. It's been a hot minute since I've been here, but I've been to it in previous episodes if you've watched me for a long time. But anyway, we're gonna go around the lake, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish out my daily tasks so I can finish all those, so I can show you the bonus task and just kind of how it interacts with the daily task, as well as what rewards you can get from it. As I make my way around this lake, I did forget to show you guys where I am in the current event. So just to recap, I guess, I did finish up the Back to Hogwarts event. That was no problem, bonus tasks, all that. I say no problem, obviously that Gryffindor student was giving me a little bit of trouble, but once I got the Gryffindor student, fine. The adversary event, I really wasn't too hardcore or wanting to finish it. So I really didn't. I ended up fighting a bunch of ancient Ukrainian iron bellies. It was really just the fortresses. I didn't feel like running all the forest chambers and all the dark chambers, and then I didn't even make it to the other tasks because I didn't do that. But mainly I just hit a lot of adversaries, which was nice. It is a bit potion intensive, certainly energy intensive when you're at home. Didn't end up using any edible dark marks because I was seeing them in the wild enough that I didn't worry about it. It was over this weekend too when I was out of town, so it wasn't getting a ton of time. I would open it when I had a free moment, fight a couple adversaries, then really close the game. But anyway, we have started this event, and I've already made it past the first set of tasks. I don't know if you noticed, but the Whomping Willow, when the event first started, it was a higher threat foundable, and they've actually turned it back down, for the Brilliant one at least. The Brilliant one was actually very hard to get, as well as it would depart on me. But they have switched it since then. Since I've already finished it, they've switched it, but I have noticed the difference, and I saw people posting it on Discord. One thing I will say is I still feel like brilliant foundables specifically for events should not be based on what they are in the registry normally. Like the Whomping Willow was based off of what it was. Brilliant foundables for events specifically, because they make us get so many and we have to find them, I would say it's a better idea. Just have them be the easiest level. Just have them be a medium threat foundable. Green across the board. It's a pain enough to find them. We have to get them for the event. There's other stuff that's going to be high threat or harder to accomplish for events, just put the Brilliant Foundables at the lowest threat possible, because it is an event foundable and it doesn't get us anything specifically. Not that the regular one gets us anything, for that sticker in the registry, but I really think they should just be the lowest threat possible. Well, you can see right now these 10 ministry executioners. You can see I'm 1 out of 10. Now in the montage you just saw of me walking, catching things, I did not exclude any ministry executioners that I encountered, because I encountered none. And on Discord and Reddit, I've seen people talking about the fact that these are not appearing, which is really frustrating. And I just walked this distance around the lake, about halfway around the lake, so I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a kilometer. Lots of spawns. I got a ton of stuff, just they are not appearing. I'm not currently on a tonic for trace detection. Most people on Reddit and Discord said that from the tonics it wasn't specifically spawning them, so I was just saving it. I don't throw tonics on a lot of times when I'm filming, because it can be a pain to go back and forth. I feel like I'm wasting it. I'm not really focused in on getting everything. But anyway, did get the 6 Brilliant Prisoner of the Vow runestones. That was pretty easy. I mean, I had a bunch of those coming into this step. So really, I'm just trying to get past these executioners, but that's not what we're here for today. I do want to walk around just a little bit more, finish up my daily tasks, and then we're going to talk about that new bonus assignment, or the bonus task in your daily tasks. Just finished the full lap, made it back around to my car. You can see from my tasks right now, I am still 1 out of 10 on ministry executioners. It's not even like I saw one and it departed. I have not seen one. Not a single one has appeared for me. From the montage, you actually saw I got a couple 3-headed dogs. Actually, there was another 3-headed dog that I didn't even record. Certainly a bunch of buckbeaks, a lot of other emergency channels, Ferens, that kind of thing. So even just the 3-headed dogs, not a part of this event, 3 emergency level foundables, saw all of them, and not one of the ministry executioner, which is a lower threat foundable that is supposed to be boosted for this event. And I just walked around this whole lake and saw 0 while seeing a ton of other stuff. Ministry of Magic stuff, I saw a ton of spawns for them, but it was never that, never that. So there's an issue with that for sure. I don't know what's going on. I'll probably try a tonic for trace detection another time, but that isn't what this video was. Really the main goal was to kind of come out and do a session. But let's go ahead and talk about this part right here, the bonus assignment watch one sponsored video. Now daily tasks, I did want to finish them to show you something. So you can see I've walked my kilometers, complete all the tasks. We're going to get back around to that. The only 2 I have left that I haven't done is use 1 potion and complete a wizarding challenge. So I'm actually going to go in right now, do a quick wizarding challenge, and come right back out, and then we'll get back to this task list. I just jumped into a Ruins 5 real quick. Unfortunately, used the Legends of Hogwarts runestone, did not get a foundable. That's really the main one I've been using lately. But I threw an Extimula potion just to make it go quicker, not that it would have mattered. It was an imposing and a formidable foe, so it helped me kill them a little quicker, but probably not much. So back up here at the daily task, let's collect the use 1 potion. I'm really doing this on purpose, and let's collect the complete 1 wizarding challenge. So all I'll be left with are the walk 0.25 kilometers, which I've already completed, and then the bonus assignment watch 1 sponsored video. Now what I want to show you first is that just be aware that both of those look the same, because for me at least, when I collect the 0.25 kilometers, you're getting all your charms recharged back, and I'm always very careful about when I collect that, and these 2 look similar, and after we watch the sponsored video, you're going to see they look similar. So let's go ahead and watch this sponsored video. See, it's for QuickBooks accounting. Anyway, you just got to sit for 30 seconds, so you can just put your phone down or whatever. You don't have to actually watch it. If you're not seeing this, either your game is not updated, or outside the United States, I'm not sure if other countries have rules on this. Also, if you have a kids account, it's possible this doesn't appear because they can't advertise to kids. So those would be reasons you wouldn't see this bonus assignment. That's kind of step number 1 of learning about this bonus assignment, is if you're not seeing it, you're either not updated, you may be in a different country, and you have to check your country's rules for that, and if they allow this. And then the third thing would be if it's a kids account, if the age is below whatever, it won't show advertisements oftentimes. So now if you look, you can see these 2 look very similar. So when you go to collect, just be careful. The bonus assignment, you can see it has a +1 underneath, meaning +1 thing, and we're going to talk about that in a second. And then the other thing is a little eye in the corner that just has information. So just when you do this, be aware of those two, and before you collect, maybe take a quick look and make sure you're getting the walk 0.25 kilometers versus the bonus assignment, which we want to collect. So I'm going to collect the walk 0.25 kilometers. Let's get my trace charms recharged. Now the first, and this is a good thing, you can see complete all tasks in this daily assignment. Oh, I should have showed you before, but I can attest that if you haven't done the bonus assignment, if you have not watched the sponsored video and you're like, I don't want to be advertised to, you will still get the complete all tasks. It only includes the other tasks, not this one. So if you don't do the bonus assignment, the watching the video, you still get to complete all tasks in your daily assignment, and then you collect it. So there you go. So as you can see in this screen, it's saying I've completed all my daily assignments, and that's just an extra thing, even if I hadn't watched it yet. But I am going to collect, let's just see what I get. 5 gold, not too bad, although that's the lowest amount of gold you can get when you do get gold. Next thing I want to talk about is what you can actually get out of these the gift that you get from doing the daily assignment. So this is from @Plotter101 HPWU on Twitter. So Harry Potter Wizards Unite Plotter 101 does a lot of data-driven studies of things that happen in the game. So this is one of them. This came out a couple weeks ago, but I haven't seen an update yet. There may be an updated one, so if you go follow him on Twitter, you could actually probably see the updated one when it does come out. But you can see right now, 50% chance, so you have the gift, 50% chance you're going to get an ingredient, 50% chance you'll get something else. So if you do get an ingredient, so 50% chance ingredient, you can see 6.25% chance to get the top row there, Snowdrop, Frog's Brain, Toadstool, I think that's Dittany. 4.25% chance Bitterroot, Ram Blood, Bulbadox Juice, that kind of thing. 2.5% chance you're going to get the hair, and then 0.5% or less to get those. Now, these percentages will probably change as we get more. This was based on around 2,000 entries, though, so we're already looking pretty good on getting some idea what's happening. Now, if you look on the right side there, gold, 17.5% chance that you'll get gold. If you get the other 50%, so it gets a little bit crazy there. I mean, if you get that. So potions, 13%, restricted section books, which you can get from this, crazily enough, 7.5%, runestones, 6.5%, silver keys, 2.5%, spell books, the red books, 1.5%, and then scrolls, 1.5%. So I got gold, so I had about a 17.5% chance. You can see out of everything, that's actually the greatest chance. So not a bad go. Now I'm going to kind of scroll over to the right here. Now potions, this is kind of breaks down specific things. Potions, when you do have a chance to get a potion, if you get a potion, equal chance for any of them so far. We haven't noticed one appears more than another, except strong invigoration doesn't drop. Now after 2,000 entries for it not to drop, I would guess that that is the truth, unless they've changed it, not that it was just random luck that we didn't get one. So those don't drop, but everything else about an equal chance, and you have about a 13% chance to get a potion. Now for gold, 17.5% chance, like I said. If you get gold, so these percentages aren't out of the whole thing, they're out of if you do get gold, when you get it, you have a 52% chance of getting 5 gold, which I just got. 10% chance, or sorry, 40% chance of getting 10 gold, and you have an 8% chance of actually getting 25 gold. Not bad for just watching a video that you can set aside if you want. The runestones, you can see equal chance for each level. So if you do get a runestone, it could be any runestone, any level, kind of an equal chance. Nothing's been noticed. And then at the bottom there, it just talks about the spell books and restricted section books. It's just showing what they are, if you didn't already know, based on the shorthand that they used. So if you've been seeing that on your daily list and just wondering, you know, why did it appear, when did it appear? Well, certainly why did it appear? It's just obviously another way for them to make money, which is kind of good because they don't have to micromanage us. In addition, it's not something you have to do. It's not game breaking. It doesn't get anybody extra. You're really not falling behind. It doesn't stop you from completing all your daily tasks and collecting that reward. You can go about business as normal and ignore it completely. Or if you want a shot at these things, you can hit it, set it aside if you want. You can watch it if you want. It makes no difference. But in the end, 30 seconds of your phone's time will actually get you one of those things, which again could be restricted section books or spell books, which is nice. But gold is actually the most popular thing that appears, and who doesn't want free gold? You can use that to get the other things that you want. So I definitely do it each day. Most of the time I really do hit it and then attend to something else for 30 seconds. Hope to help you understand more what that assignment's about and what you can possibly get from those gifts, so you can just make better decisions on how you want to play the game and if you want to watch that. And also, as you open it up, if you do get a restricted section book or a spell book, realizing the low percentage chance that that would actually happen. Well, I've got to keep playing this event to try to get those executioners. It probably won't happen today unless I see some randomly. I'm not going to do any more of a session today, but in the coming days I'm certainly going to go out and play and really try to find those, probably throw a tonic on, see if that works any better, and at least report back to you guys on that. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Nox.